Hey everybody, welcome to Kel on Earth. Today I'm going to be demonstrating the Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay Mask, one of my favorites. I discovered this pretty early into my getting good stage of taking care of my 4C hair. And I remember using this for the first time, and when I rinsed it out in the shower, I was like, oh, my hair could be this soft, and the curls were popping. So this is a really great mask for manageability, softness, also for dry scalp. It's really good for psoriasis and any other flaky skin condition. It's actually good for skin and hair. And often with what's left over in the bowl, I'll put it on my face right before I get in the shower. But today I'll be leaving the mask on for quite some time, so I won't go on my face today. So one thing I want to show you, this we ordered from Amazon. It was about $10.50, and it comes with this safety stripe. I want to make sure to point that out to you guys, because once you break that safety stripe and you open it, there is no other layer to let you know that it has not been tampered with or used or anything like that. So just make sure when you get it, that is in place. So for the mask, I have my plastic bowl, just my all the time in my bathroom bowl, multi-use. It's important that you have a plastic or glass bowl. You never want to use metal. Well, whenever you can avoid using metal for your hair and face products, you definitely want to do that. The metals can interact with ions and kind of change the makeup or pull on some of the ingredients for your mask. So, of course, if you're putting something in the blender, a bigger mask or like shea butter or something that has to be more mechanically mixed, then it's unavoidable. But again, when you can mix your ingredients with something that is glass or plastic and mix it in something that's glass or plastic. Wood works well too, but I just wouldn't want to get this mask down in the crevices of anything made of wood. Next is my rat tail comb. That's just going to be to part as we go through the layers and apply the mask. And then some shower caps. Once I have the mask in, I'm going to put a shower cap over it and then tie it up finally with my top 10 beauty products, my Turbo Twist. Also near me, I have just a moist washcloth in case my phone rings or I need to refresh my screen, because this mask can get messy. So something where you can just kind of wipe your fingertips if you have to do something quickly is smart. To dry your hands, you can of course use the Turbo Twist. And then I have some scrunchies close, because scrunchies should always be close. And then in addition to just water, I'm going to be using clove bud oil in the mask today. This is not an essential oil that I have a whole bunch of use for. It was actually in like a 4-pack or a 6-pack that was on sale. So there was really no harm in buying it. As you can see, I haven't used a lot. But this, any type of heating essential oil, peppermint, cinnamon, something like that is good to pulsate on the scalp and really get the blood flowing. So it works well in a mask like this. So let's get started. I'm just going to pour in. I don't have a exact measurement. You can make this mask the consistency that you like. Some people, maybe if you have a little bit thinner hair, if you're like a 3A or B, you want to keep it more mousse consistency or pudding consistency. If you are getting into the 4s, and like me, I like it a little bit thicker, call it perm consistency. I'm just mixing, and I'll show it to you guys in a second, but it really is for you to figure out what works best for you. A little really goes a long way with this mask. So you don't need to use, a third of the bottle, not even a sixth of the bottle. This jar that is new for me will probably last me, into the summer, and I'll do 10, 11, 12 masks from it. So again, just mixing in a plastic fork. Would have been a good idea to really mix it. So some people will apply this to their hair with like a perm brush, and that's fine. There's nothing really wrong with that. I'm gonna use my fingers just because that's what I'm on today. So gotta kind of mix so you can see the consistency a bit there. Don't want it to spill. So I'm just gonna pick this up in my fingers and apply it at the scalp and work it down to the ends of my hair. If we need to make a little bit more, then we will. Remember, you can always add more. You can never take it away, and you certainly just don't want to have a whole bunch of unused mask left over. So I'm gonna just part down the middle first and give myself couple of big sections to work through. Now this mask you can leave on for 15 minutes to overnight. I've definitely done that before. If you're going to leave it in overnight, then you certainly have to make sure your hair is more secure and put a dry towel maybe over your pillowcase just to make sure that it doesn't leak overnight. But there's really no such thing. I have not discovered a such thing as this must be taken out. You'll see on the directions it doesn't mention that as well either. And now I definitely think that it needs to be on for at least 15 minutes. One, for the work it takes to get it on, but definitely to kind of saturate your hair and work through. Specifically for my 4 girls and my 4C girls for sure, I would say that, you want to be at about an hour. So I'm going to make sure you have about 30 minutes to apply. Let's call it an hour for it to sit, and probably another 30 to 45 minutes to work it out. It's one of those masks where when you wash your hair or even just get into the shower to rinse it really well, it takes some time. It's think you rinse it really well, get out and look in the mirror, dry off, get your PJs on, look in the mirror and see mask in your hair. So take the time. This is one of those products that you take the time to make sure it's rinsed out. And when you think it's rinsed out really well, there's no way there's still some in your hair. Rinse some more. So as you can see, I'm just literally grabbing it out of the bowl and applying it like you would a perm, really. Using my hands helps me keep a little bit more control of it. I think if you use the perm brush, I'm not sure if that's the right terminology, but I just feel like it can fly a little bit more and get all over the place. So getting it on your scalp is most important. We'll come back around and continue to work it all the way through. That's my first little section. This can be done on, wet hair if you wish. Certainly dirty or clean hair. I don't want you to feel like you have to wash your hair before you would put this mask on. It's not really the case. As you can see, I've been in like a low puff for the last couple days, and that puff has not been detangled. So you can see me working through my pretty tangled hair. It's frustrating when I don't have on my glasses because they are of necessity for me to see well, but as you may have discovered from some of my other videos, it's quite hilarious to watch them flop up and down on my face when I do stuff like this with them on. So I'll show you, I'm just literally picking up globs and working it through my hair, just taking the side section that feels good. My hair is very detangled, so it's kind of leading me on where those sections shake out. All right, and just like that, half of it is done at the scalp. Make sure you get all around. Your edges are super important. These are the type of things you want to make sure you get all the way to those edges and even lower. Because this is a good mask for your skin, it's also okay to go a little bit over. So again, just picking up chunks and working it through. I am going to use my moist towel for a second, and I'm gonna use my spray bottle just to wet my hair a little bit to help me work it through. Not too much that it starts to drip. I just want to tuck this out of the way for a bit and come back around with leftover product just to make sure. But second side, I'm going to wet this side in advance. My hair is so dry. I'm excited to be doing this mask. I've owed it to my hair for quite some time. But the moisture that it brings, you guys know what? I totally forgot to put the clove bud oil in. Gosh. So I'm just going to put in now about 4 drops. I would have done 8 drops earlier. Mix that. Alright, I guess this will be a little bit of an experiment to see if the left side feels different than the right, since one side has clove bud and one doesn't. Definitely smells different. Again, big globs. You can also mix this with aloe vera juice, which I do quite often, or tea tree oil. I mean, you can add tea tree oil, but what I wanted to say was apple cider vinegar. If you are really clarifying your hair, really trying to strip product out of it, say you're coming out of a weave, you are coming out of a funky fresh braid out that was like super moisturized, and you kept it going with coconut oil or whatever product every day for a week or so, and you really need to strip something off. I've had it where I've used a product for the first time and it was like super greasy and terrible. And so I used the Aztec Clay and mixed it with apple cider vinegar and let that sit on my hair for about 35 minutes or so to really help get that product off my hair, because I didn't love it at all. All right, so gotta get the middle. I'm definitely getting down to the bottom of my bowl. I think I did a good job measuring how much I wanted to use for this mask. But again, you can always make a little bit more. Start with a little and go up. It's so frustrating to me to use too much product or to make too much, not have anything to do with it. I'll have it like sitting on my counter for like days, trying to make myself believe that I'm going to find another use for it. So I'm literally like kind of scraping the bowl. I think I will make a little bit more. Just to kind of see in that middle, there's not a lot there. So I'm going to mix a little bit more, guys. So swish. So that's not even, that's 2 tablespoons. I'm just going to mix this with my hands. Maybe from the bottom you can see better. I just want it a little bit more to really saturate in the middle. Oh, well, I was doing pretty good not making a mess. Make sure that you are wearing something that can get green gunk all over it. This washes off pretty well. You won't have any problems with that. I don't think you'll have any problems with that, but certainly, put on the cleaning the garage clothes or the, I don't know, only to walk to the mailbox clothes, because even your workout clothes or all right. So that's it. Now, it may look like it's not enough, but it's not really a stay wet type of mask. It's actually gonna harden. It's mud, so you know how a mud mask feels on your face. It hardens, and that's how it brings out the impurities and brings up the oil and takes it off your face, is that it's constricting and pulling all of the bacteria that you want out along with it. So this is the same way. It's going to harden. That's fine. The directions will tell you that it pulsates, like when you put it on your face, which is what most of the directions on the bottle talk about. Yeah, so don't get stuck on, oh, it feels dry or doesn't feel like it's working through. Look at how much you've used. Make sure you can see it through your hair. It's not you don't have to be covered in green for it to be enough. Now, you don't know. You might not know, but you'll learn as you visit this channel. I cannot stand to waste. Oh my goodness, I cannot do it. So here's another tip of mine when you do this mask, is to get in there and get all the product that you paid for into the right place. Oh, I was twisting the other way. So that's going to get twisted up. A little bit on the counter. I'm going to put one scrunchie over it. Ooh. I want to look around while trying not to look around awkwardly for my shower caps. Pack shower caps, clutch. So just here, if I was sleeping in this mask, guys, and again, I've done it before. These tips are personal tips for me. They may match or not match the directions of a product. This does not say be sure to rinse off, you know, it doesn't say anything like that. It's a really, really good product, guys, and I hope that you will check it out. I do want to say, I think it's a little bit cheaper at CVS. I think it's like $8. I will put some links below. I'll also find an article that I really like and post so that you can read more about the product itself and what research has shown about it. But if you can support your local store and go up the street and save the packaging, I think you'll save a little bit more money. Again, this was just over $10 on Amazon, but I think it's like 8 in CVS, Walmart. And that's it. So, what I was saying, I don't know if I finished it. When I sleep in the mask, I'll use 2 shower caps just to kind of help secure. So I'll do one for that half, and I'll do it more like this. Like I would have kept that middle part and wrapped them individually and then joined them with my turbo twist. And then again, put a large towel down on my pillowcase to help make sure it didn't get on my pillows. I'm a turbo twist. So for me, I'm going to leave this on. Again, it'll be a couple hours. I got some housework and some homework and some preparation for an event to get done now. And that's it. So what comes from this is super soft, hydrated hair with very defined curls. So let me know your thoughts. Have you used this mask? Do you have another mask? Again, this is a community I want to share. Give your comments, ask your questions, give your suggestions for readers. Again, the Hey Friend Hey YouTube channel is where I really picked up my first set of tips, and I recommend that. She's got a great channel. Naptural 85 also has a great channel, and Press for Curls is another really, really great channel. So you guys, again, ask your questions, give your comments. I'll put some links below. And for my next video, I want to show you guys just really quickly. I received this to test about a few weeks ago. So I'm going to wash and shampoo and go through this to take this out. So that will be the next video. So tune in for that. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. Have a great day.